Jewish space lasers.
Greetings, salutations, and other big words. My name's Ethan. My handle is Wrangler. Welcome to Frequency Studios, weekly Wing It number 131 here on Rumble and YouTube. Starting it off with us tonight is Mr. Billy Bobsack.
That's about like half your age, isn't it?
Not quite, but getting there.
Oh, I see. Kaplaw.
Applause. And also joining us tonight is Mr. Raven Nevermore.
Hey and howdy.
How you guys doing tonight?
Eating ice cream, a blizzard.
Better than Saturday.
What was on Saturday?
Oh, I ran into writer's block real bad, and I
Ooh.
could not get out of it. And I was like, oh, maybe I'll do some research on stuff coming up. And it's like, I have no clue what's coming up. Well, okay, I guess I will do this to try to figure something out. And that didn't work either. But at some point late in the night, I finally broke it and got through some stuff and started writing again all day Sunday.
All right. Now, what are some of your favorite techniques to overcome writer's block?
Cocaine, obviously.
Thanks for getting the algorithm's attention there, Billy.
Yeah, depends on what's going on. Like in some cases, like I may read a couple pages in a book that I've been working through to kind of give me some ideas as to something to write about, or maybe watch a movie or something. But I tend to like doing research, because if I can do some research on something I know that's coming up, I'm wasting time, but I'm at least being useful with wasting my time.
I just pull up a picture of George R. Martin and say, at least I'm not that guy.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll do is I'll try going back and like rereading the previous chapter and just see if like that'll kick my brain into gear. Doesn't always work, but sometimes I get some nice I get a little bit of nice fine tuning done on the dialogue or wording.
Yeah, I think finally something that helped was I ended up I've kind of set out a calendar of events, and like it took them 5 days to travel to this point, so I've got 5 days on the calendar marked off, so that because I'm trying to keep track of when the winter breaks are, because they have to go and winter away, because the priest in the group has to go and report to his order, so they go off to winter in a different area. And so I'm like, I've got 2 months left, and they need to winter sometime close after this one particular situation. What can I do? And I went back through and I was like, well, if I moved their arrival back about a month, which could be plausible. So instead of showing up at the beginning of spring, they have to wait for a ship to be able to sail across the ocean to get them there. That could delay stuff. But basically went back through, looked at the calendar, figured some ways to move stuff around, and once I did that, I realized, oh, I need to go through the last however long and go and update all of that, so that they're not arriving in early spring anymore, they're arriving mid-spring. At this point, it was actually summer instead of late spring, that sort of stuff.
You ever drive yourself mad trying to keep track of the timeline?
A little bit, but part of it's more, I remember there was this, that, and the other thing, and they had to happen before this other event took place. How would that fit in? And then I kind of work back from different events and stuff, and I realize where it needs to fit in. And then some things like this particular thing, I really didn't want to do the wintering point, but it makes more sense to have it here than breaking at the other spot.
Yeah, I remember. Speaking of timelines, when you're keeping track of like your main party splits into two and you're bouncing back and forth, especially when they both got something going, an action going on at the same time,
Oh,
and they're
good.
gonna just barely cross paths but miss each other. And so like I write out both scenes. And I'm like, now I got to break them down into smaller sections and interweave them together. And I'm like, oh no, I've created a tangled bird's nest. I now have to straighten out.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have some of that later on because at least towards the very end of this particular story, because certain groups of evil monsters that we have to try to get into some sort of alliance don't want to work with each other, but they're willing to work with us. And we need multiple events going on, so we have to split the party up in order to, because none of them will act alone. Because they figure if they're going to act alone, then they're just going to be fodder. And so they have to have one of us with them. And so it's like, well, okay, this person can go with that group. This other person can go with that group. Hopefully these events will time up just right so that we've got the different groups attacking the different things at the specific times that they need to hit them. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, one thing I lost, I wouldn't say I lost, but I couldn't use was I had a joke planned out for the entire book. And when it came time to execute, I guess I could say what it was because it's not in there anymore. It's not going to be. It's not going to be in any of the future ones. But I had it set up where early on in the story, Haley had picked up a bag of jelly
Getting
beans.
your ass kicked by a girl. Mm-mm-mm.
I was just trying to advocate for Patrick's way of thinking, but I know he loves that stuff.
Want getting beat up by trainees?
Hey, Cross Comics.
Is that what you're advocating for? Frequency?
Nope. There. I got a cassette tape that she dropped, so it was all worth it.
Hmm. Anyways, continue.
Oh yeah, Haley was gonna find a bag of jelly beans, and through the whole book, she would just, here and there, grab one, pop it in her mouth, and go, lemons, berries, strawberry, like that. And then near the end of the book, it would cut over to there would be a scene with the bad guy, and he was gonna go, that little, and then it was gonna cut over to Haley going, bitter, spitting a jelly bean out. However, at the point in time that was happening, what she was dealing with at that moment, she would not have been taking a jelly bean and commenting on its flavor. It just did not work. So as much as I liked the joke in my head, it couldn't stay. So I had to go back through the whole book and remove all the jelly beans because it was no longer relevant.
Well, you got a gay Frenchman coming in.
Oh, hola. Or is it not we, that's yes. What's hello in French?
Oui, oui.
Salut.
Oui, oui.
Salut. Okay.
No, it's not salut. It's oui, oui.
To me, salut is something you say when someone sneezes.
That's right, Frederick.
No,
I mean,
that's
you really need to learn
Gesundheit.
French,
I really do, don't I?
Oh, Frederick, I left in a little Easter egg in that video, by the way.
Really?
It's it was at the section with the feet. There's two pictures that are transparent that are on the screen that I put up there.
Oh, that's funny. I haven't seen Arvid reply to. I reposted because Otter posted your link as soon as you put it out there, and I reposted it, but I haven't with tagging Arvid in there. But I have not seen him reply yet, so I don't know if he saw it.
He'd be like, "Oh my god, they're making perverted jokes. No, can't be associated with this review."
Exactly. I must associate myself. Faster, faster.
They brought up her feet being shown. No.
How much ammunition is there on that chopper Wrangler?
All the ammunition.
That's got to be like a lot of lift on that.
First of all, it's
Wait till you see what it does next.
Listen, it's funded by America, freedom. You know, can never run out of freedom missiles.
Yeah, but you run
America.
out of place. You run out of space.
No, there's no running out of freedom, Frederick.
Ooh, I almost walked into that.
It has a bag of holding on board.
That's right.
That's right.
I was thinking of buying like an ammunition box for my comics. Like you could get like a $50.
Oh, an ammo can?
Yeah, because they sell them at there's a, what do you call them? Like a army surplus store not too far from where I live. And they look about the right size. Like if I go on location and sell comics, I might have like maybe the best, the most like expensive comics. You keep them in an ammo box with a lock. It might be add something to the charm.
Yeah, what is a place that has like hardware and stuff like freight warehouse or something? I know they
Harbor
sell.
Freight?
Yeah, that's what it is. They
If you
sell
want to
ammo
buy
boxes.
really cheap equipment for the job, go to Harbor Freight. That's what I did when I was doing roofing. Buy all my shit there, and I think I only had to pay like $60-$70 for all of it, and it was a lot.
But they've got ammo boxes that are pretty good. As long as you get the actual ammo boxes and not like the plastic crap.
I got a good tool belt from there.
Yeah, the ones I saw were all metal, and they looked used, like they're literally army surplus.
Yeah, those are always good. As
Yeah.
long as the rubber thing isn't dried out.
I'll have to have a close look at it.
Listen, it's where Tim the Tool Man bought all his stuff, you know?
More power.
That was a good show.
Yeah, it was.
I wish Geno was here. No
I
cross.
haven't heard from him
No
in a while.
cross
Have you?
comic. Wee is how you say. It's how you say hello.
Yes,
it's not how you say yes. It's how you say hello.
So, do you have a genie or something? Like, what? How are you making wishes for Geno to appear? Does that work?
Well, here's the thing. I decided to watch some Yu Yu Hakusho. I ended up watching like one
Gesundheit.
episode, and then finally decided to watch like 1.5, and then watch like 10 episodes yesterday. It's actually a pretty good show. Not gonna lie.
I don't know. I don't speak Japanese.
I don't either, but that's why I read those subtitles. You know,
they can't use those fans on the cruise liner.
How can you read subtitles while you're inking on the art table? I don't get it.
who, me?
Well, anybody.
Because I'm an expert. That's why. I'm the Picasso of drawing, Frederick. What do you know?
I thought Picasso was Picasso.
Listen here, Cross Comics. I am French. Okay. You just, what is the Batman? You merely adopted the darkness. I was born in it.
Well, he's Canadian, so I think he was born in it.
No, I think I'm going to just go with wee as the proper way to say hello in French.
Well, that's what an American would say.
Well, when you run the world and everything,
America.
you get to make the rules,
Have you ever visited the world, even?
Yes.
The world according to America.
And I've been to the shitty part of Mexico.
Of Mexico?
Mm-hmm.
Messed up in Mexico, living on refried dreams.
I've been in San Diego. That's the closest to Mexico I've ever been.
I've been both.
Well, not true. I've been to the hardware store. That may be a closest place. Hey, Christina, how you doing?
Listen,
woman.
I don't know about Canadians, but a lot of Europeans don't actually understand how big the U.S. is as well.
Well, I've driven to Florida, so believe me, I know how big the U.S. is.
They're like, oh, man. They keep thinking it in like European terms. I'm like, no, man.
It's a 2-day drive, by the way, so you have to stop and sleep in a hotel and then drive another day.
Yeah.
Hold
I think
on,
the only
hold
one
on.
to be comparable in Canada is just east to west, right?
Yeah, yeah. I've gone to the most eastern. I'm already at the east, but I've gone to the most eastern spot. But I went there by plane. That was a beautiful sight, though. Like St. John's, Newfoundland. There's icebergs over there where glaciers are floating towards the land, and they get the ice from the glaciers to make vodka with pure iceberg ice.
That just sounds
You
exotic.
know what, Frederick? That's what I do. I need to go to France and just say, "Oui, oui, oui, oui."
Oh, you just reminded me of a clip I wanted to grab from Family Guy, and I kept forgetting when I had the chance.
Which clip?
When when Peter made Carter go to the Eiffel Tower in France, pull out a megaphone and say, "A good-looking guy smoking a cigarette is not a movie, and your sirens sound like three homosexuals." And then one of the ambulances go by and you hear, "Oh, oh, 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 oh."
Yeah, y'all's sirens do sound silly, like Europe and shit. It's true. I've heard them. Yeah, but here's the thing: United States has more populated areas, not less dead areas.
It's
Like
not
you.
necessarily a good thing. Have you seen people?
And what?
I'd rather live where there's less people.
That would tend to be my preference, yeah.
Alberta
You
sounds like
do,
it's getting ready to leave Canada.
Yeah,
yeah.
you're fixing to be one less of a province.
Blame
Well-
Canada.
We're all strategically packing our bags to stay in place and become the 51st state.
Also, I mean, Frederick, actually, it would be smart if you did move to Alberta. If it's like 100%, it's gonna be like part of the United States, so you can just get citizenship, no problem. In the U.S. There you
Now,
go.
I do not know my Canadian geography. Are you in that province, Frederick?
No,
or no?
I'm packing my bags right now. I can't talk.
No, he's in the really, really French part.
Yeah, he's on the east end, and Alberta is west.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not on the most eastern point. That's Newfoundland with the Newfies.
You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the French would love my French jokes. I think the Canadian French would be the ones that are getting like all pissy. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
think
I
you
would have
should
always
go
thought
to
it'd be the other way
France.
around.
You should go to France and test that hypothesis, Billy.
You know what? I'll make sure you come along, Frederick.
I've been to France many times.
When I say oui, oui, bonjour, oui, oui.
Bon Jovi.
Cross Comics is from Ontario.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Cross Comics. Yeah, Ontario's right next to on the border with Quebec, right next to Montreal. Like you can go to Ottawa. I think it takes 2 to 3 hour drive from Montreal. I think 2 hours if you drive fast.
Yeah, that's how long it takes me to get to just the fucking capital of my state. It's about a 2 hour.
Is that Nashville?
Huh?
Is Nashville the capital of your state?
My state.
Yeah.
So Quebec is the area that's just north of New England.
See, I'm in a state, Frederick, that
Vermont.
is known for stuff, but not bad stuff. You know, we're known for Tennessee whiskey and music.
Fair enough.
And then Ontario is just across the lakes, the Great Lakes.
Oh yeah, Ontario borders the Great Lakes. One of the Great Lakes I think is called Lake Ontario, if I'm not mistaken. I lived in Ontario for about 3 years on a military base. I was part of a secret military project to create super comic book artists.
Oh my God, we need to get a clip from South Park from the Terrence and Phillip.
No, we don't.
We do.
And
I forgot about how the Canadians are represented.
That's
starting-
racist.
Speaking of which, hey, Cross Comics, Canadian Shield is your guy, right?
See, Canada is like America, but shittier.
I mean, there's a higher percentage of talent coming from Canada that eventually ends up in America.
Yeah, but see, they come here because they know it's better. See,
Oh,
but
that's where we
they
get
come
people like
from here because
Ryan
we
Reynolds.
raise a better crop, you know.
You
Yeah, where you have
get
the better
professionals like Ryan Reynolds and Celine Dion and Justin Bieber.
Yeah, but they also got like Justin Trudeau.
Well, he's from Cuba.
Yeah. And then if you start on the western end of Canada, you've got British Columbia, which is just north of Washington.
That's right. Christina said it. Kick the baby. Don't kick the baby.
And then if you go east from there, that's where you get Alberta and then Saskatchewan. And those are the two that sound like they really want to leave.
Let's be honest, Frederick. The only reason to invade you isn't because of any of your land or resources, just your maple syrup. That's it. That's all you got going.
You've never tasted poutine, my friend.
I don't. It's just potatoes with gravy.
Oh no!
You finally showed me a picture of it, and I was like, "It's just potatoes and gravy."
You can't taste a picture. I don't know if you know that,
curds, man.
This is not synesthesia.
You know what? I may have eaten poutine in my life before. Not gonna lie.
You would know if you had. One does not simply accidentally eat poutine.
I may have eaten it once before because that sounds very similar type food when I think about it.
You have not, I guarantee you.
Well, Cross Comics says Justin sucks. I just can't figure out which one he's talking about, Trudeau or Bieber.
Both.
Yes.
I thought he was just going to respond.
Albeit, to be fair, Justin Bieber didn't he actually come out with all the shit he was going through?
Well,
to be fair,
he was going through Diddy.
I think everybody around him came out.
He was just a kid who made terrible music. That was it.
Well, he was raised by a single mom. I think she got abused a lot, so he was kind of in a family situation where he kind of learned abuse through his mom. And yeah, he was sent off to Diddy, and there's a video of Diddy giving him like a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or some sports car. And he's like, yeah, but first you got to spend 48 hours with us. And he just looks like a predator hovering over old Justin. Justin's all like, wow, I can't believe I got a car.
You know what that
Diddy's all like,
reminds me
wow, I can't believe I got a Justin Bieber.
It's like, I think it was Dan Snyder from Nickelodeon.
Yeah, isn't he
when you got like the pictures of him with all the Nickelodeon cast and like Leonardo DiCaprio and shit?
Yeah, he's got his arms all around the kids, and he spends a lot of times with those children, so raises a lot of questions at the very least.
Listen, I just want we'll just take the maple syrup, you know. We don't want your oil. We just want your maple syrup.
I'm in New England. I already got access to maple syrup.
Yes, but we want it all. See, instead of like Afghanistan, where we'll claim there's weapon of mass destruction in Canada, and we'll go claim the the maple syrup. It's all front, guys.
Yeah, we can't wait to have rights over here.
Beaver sucks, but not as much as Trudeau. I don't like. Someone explain to me like what actual evil stuff like Justin Bieber done. Like he do really horrible stuff, or
he's got this weird song on his latest album called "Baby," and he was showing a lot of photos of babies and cakes.
I thought that was from years ago. Either way, it's still just as weird, but.
Yeah, I don't know the date on it, but it's not
so
good.
He did stuff like that. Okay.
So, I mean, they're all... there's photos of him on his knees with rappers. Like, he seems to be interrupted in an act of doing something, you know? I don't have any proof of this, but it certainly looks like he was
but it
is
like very clear that he's been like diddling, kids and shit.
Well,
he's like blowing rappers. I really don't care. It's not gonna make me hate somebody,
No, it just shows that he's in the network, right? It's like they don't just groom you to be a victim; they groom you to be a perpetrator after the fact as well and be part of the. A lot of the perpetrators were grown up, started out as victims. By the way,
What broke me was when Jack Nicholson walked up to the stand. What are we talking about, Christina?
Yeah, I'm was just trying to figure that out myself.
Yeah, because I'm not too need a little bit of context on that one. Yeah, although Trudeau is gone and has been replaced by Carney, who's like a British dude, isn't he? It's not even
yeah,
Canadian.
he didn't live in Canada. He flew down here to become our prime minister.
Yeah, so this is what confuses me, Frederick. So in America, you do have to be an American born to become president. You at least have to fake it. But it's weird in Canada. Like they're not even like hiding. He's like, no, I don't live here, but somehow I'm just able to become your prime minister.
Yeah, and the worst part is people don't even seem like it matters to them. That's the most like black pill depressing aspect of it.
It was a little bit of a mistake for Trump. Trump was kind of shouldn't have been poking the bee's nest on that when that election was going on. Like he shouldn't have been, claiming to annex and take over Canada. Because I think that rallied a bunch of your normal people to thinking Trump is all this.
I think it ended up turning out pretty good, considering the fact that now you've got Alberta and Saskatchewan looking to leave.
Yeah.
Yes, but are they going to actually leave? It's one thing to talk about it because, like Texas always fucking opens their mouth.
They're doing a referendum, right?
Yeah, they're getting ready to vote on it.
Yeah, but will you think it's going to be an actual legitimate vote?
Yeah, it sounded like it.
With no from Carney. I don't know if I'll trust it because, like, if it doesn't succeed, I'm like.
By the way, it's not like who's on the seat as prime minister. They all work for the World Economic Forum. Even if we had voted in the Conservatives' wife is a member of the World Economic Forum. They all plan to do the same thing. They all plan to ruin their country, bring in mass immigration beyond anything you've ever seen before.
I understand that, Frederick, but what I'm saying with the whole Trump thing is they've like Carney's able to make a lightning pole for normal Canadians to focus on Trump and shit, what he was saying, other than what's actually going on, right? The actual policies and the people that are trying to get in power.
Okay, Cross Comic says, yes, Canadian Shield is my character, and he just launched a crowdfunding campaign for the 3rd issue. Awesome. Hey, are the back issues available as well?
Jack Nicholson.
And Maji joined us.
Hey, Maji.
Okay, so Christina was talking about Jack Nicholson testifying against Diddy. That was fucking, by the way, he did not get
Jack Nicholson or Justin Bieber?
No, Jack Nicholson.
Really?
She's saying Jack Nicholson went up to the stand and was testifying against Diddy.
Yeah, no problem, Maji. We know that real world work schedules are a thing.
He may not live here, but I believe he is Canadian. Who, Carney? Frederick, didn't you say he's like British? He's not even really Canadian.
Well, I think I heard somebody today say that he was born in Alberta, but then his parents took him over to Europe or something. So he never really grew up Canadian.
Right, he shouldn't be president. Or not president, prime minister.
Yeah, I mean, it's all a big charade, regardless. I'm not invested in who's actually in position. I'm more focused on. I think Trump has more influence on the future of Canada than Carney.
The only thing I'll say is if those provinces do secede, I'm pretty sure Trump will back their thing, and nothing Canada can do to retaliate or anything or deny it if it goes through.
I mean, the way Canada has retaliated so far is to stop selling like American alcohol.
Oh no, that will really hurt America. And I forgot what the number was, but it was like the amount our stuff actually sells over there that revenue generates for our country is minuscule.
Yeah.
Like really tiny.
It's funny because I saw my own family recently, and they all say this with the utmost seriousness, like, "Oh yeah, I stopped buying oranges." It's so pathetic. But these are the same people who just went all in on COVID as well. So
Yeah, but you should respond to him. Oh, but you want to put out Jose out of a job for nothing more? Just Jose got a family. He needs to sell those oranges, you know?
yeah, Jose's over here as well.
Let's
Yeah,
say
you got
jalapeno and
Jose
fruit.
and then Muhammad, right?
We got both. We got both.
Didn't they I don't know if y'all remember this, but like the Muslims trying to build up like a their own little city in Texas. Didn't they get broke up?
I
So
didn't even hear about that.
yeah, well, the FBI was involved, and the Abbott got involved. The big issue that they were able to get them on for legality wise was that they did not have all of the correct certificates and everything that they needed before they broke ground.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they're still working through the paperwork. But the other issue is that the laws that they plan on enacting do not,
Oh, like Sharia law?
are not, do not work with the United States law.
Yeah.
And so therefore they cannot do that.
The truth is, what they'll do is they'll still do it, but kind of like we found out in a bunch of the Chinatowns and the cities and stuff, you actually had like Chinese government agents and shit.
Yeah.
Well, in France, you do have certain regions that are Sharia law, and like the police are so scared that they don't even go into certain regions. So they've effectively taken over. I think it's the same way in London.
It's pretty much in most of your European countries, except a couple, and the couple were the ones who weren't doing mass immigration.
Yeah. Or built walls. Like, wasn't Poland one of the ones that built an actual wall around
Yeah,
the country?
Poland's fucking based.
I think-
man.
Yeah.
It was Poland, and it was another. There was I think a couple other that were like, no, we're not mass immigrating these fuckers.
There's not a whole lot. I mean, I heard. I think was it in Italy? Like an island was taken over.
Oh, in Italy,
Italy? Or one of the smaller
I know
ones?
in France and Germany, like Paris is pretty well taken over by Muslims.
Yeah,
Yeah,
these
kind of like London.
the capitals are unrecognizable. We are having the same thing in Quebec. Like I now live in a black neighborhood all of a sudden, which was not the case a couple of years ago. Like didn't even feel the case last year. It's just this year, like about 1/3 of the people on the street are straight out of Africa, and I'm talking African clothing. They're Muslim. They're dressed like they're straight out of the Saharan desert.
And their names are hard to pronounce.
Wow.
I didn't ask them their names.
Hey, by the way, Cross Comics, where are you crowdfunding the Canadian Shield? Which platform is that on, so I can look it up?
Christina says she took her migraine shot on Friday night. Still beating her arse. Her arse.
Yeah, I guess those things tend to make her real sleepy for like 3-4 days at a time.
Whoa,
So
that's one hell of a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it beats having a migraine the rest of the month. She gets one of those shots about once a month.
What she got, like what my mother's got, where it's she gets like the really bad migraines constantly.
I guess I know she
forgot what
takes
it's
shots
called.
for them, and they tend to knock her out for a couple of days.
She has I forgot what it was. She got it when she got into a car wreck a long time ago. But she pretty much has like constant migraines and shit because it's a pressure in the nerve on her brain and shit.
That's the worst because when you got a migraine, you can't do anything else. It's like everything starts with your having a clear head. Actually.
There was one video, and it was a video of like all these fucking young women getting like Botox and shit, right? And there was one lady who was actually telling the truth because she was actually describing what my mother gets, and one of the treatments was having to get Botox injections and shit, is to help alleviate them. They had to get.
Doesn't like Botox like paralyze your emotions and shit?
I guess if you're like habitually using it.
Oh,
Use it for,
you mean the how you can express on the face?
Maybe depends on where you get it.
so keep in mind she was getting in like the temples and stuff around there.
What do you mean, Raven? Like
do it
whether
anymore,
you get
but
in Los
it's-
Angeles or Nashville?
The what?
Making a bad joke
She
about where
wasn't
you
getting
get
it for
Botox.
shitty cosmetics. She was getting it for an actual medical condition.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Depending upon where on your body you're getting that injected, and probably how much of it as well.
Mm-hmm. Like a lot of those ones that look like weird aliens because they get it like every fucking week and shit like that.
Yeah, that's gross. But as what Frederick was joking about, yeah, it probably also depends on where you get it. Like if you go into Backstreet Alley and get it there, it's probably something different.
If you're going in the backstreet alley to get a Botox shot, something's severely wrong with your judgment.
Well, you know, there was chicks who were getting butt lifts like out of like a dirty alleys and shit, and they fucking explode it.
Seriously, that sounds like something out of a
Yeah.
cartoon.
No, I'm not joking. Literally, I mean, they were getting like shady things for butt lifts and shit
I think
put in there.
there was some place in New York City that had something similar going on, but I don't remember if it was a dentist or something else. But yeah, that they've got shady stuff going on all over, especially in these cities with a lot of people that probably shouldn't be there
Right.
because they're having a hard time getting a job, a legal job elsewhere, and so they just open up shop. Yeah, I'm a doctor of medicine of some sort. Yeah, that's it.
And now a moment of silence. for
Hey guys,
the
what's
people
happening?
whose butts have
What's going
exploded.
on, James?
Just
Hey, James.
listening to your conversation. Sounds fun. Butt surgery, you know. I guess.
Back alley butt surgery.
Yeah,
Whatever you guys are into, you know.
back alley surgeries.
Sometimes, I suppose, you know.
Totally legit.
It's Las Vegas.
Didn't they release the Epstein shit on his at the jail cell? And it just made the situation look even more suspicious.
Yeah. I now know why
Oh.
the FBI is not going after Epstein.
The,
They
the
had to
11
go take down a website that was making copies of video games on behalf of Nintendo.
Oh, yeah.
you
Or
mean
the one kid who hacked or didn't hack, but he like stole a bunch of the QA footage for GTA 6. They had to go after him, yeah. Not
you
Epstein.
mean the 11-hour video or whatever that was missing a minute?
Yeah, it was missing a minute, and of course it's a fucking it's still a dead zone
well,
where his actual soul was.
Yeah, so have you seen the breakdown of where that actually is in the prison and what you're actually looking at? Because
Yeah,
a
I
lot of
watched
people,
one dude. Now watch where he pointed out like there's like a fucking minute and something missing
Well,
footage.
so a lot of people think that those two doors off to the right that are like right up front, close to the camera, are one of the cells, but it's not. Those are the exit and entrance to the actual floor. The across the way you can see a desk, and that's the officer's desk. And the officer's desk, if you sit there, you're actually looking directly at Epstein's cell. So the most that you can see of anything to do with Epstein's cell is like these little I don't remember what they call them, but they're like little things sticking out to the side, off to the right side of the camera, and those are the actual stairs up to the level where Epstein was. So it's like you couldn't. Somebody could walk up and down those stairs, and you would not be able to see them on the camera unless they got all the way to the edge where the railing was.
Yeah, I mean the point is, it's making people go, yeah, or yeah, sure, he totally killed himself in Minecraft.
Yeah.
It's like I don't think so.
Even if you look at the photos of the body of Epstein that they showed, the nose doesn't match and the ear doesn't match forensics. So he might not even be dead.
Yeah, I heard something, a rumor about somebody thought that he may have gotten smuggled out because somebody that looked like him had been seen on his island. Like,
so what you guys are saying is Epstein didn't kill him.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
Oh boy.
I
I actually have a suspicion. Well, I don't think it's like too much of a suspicion that obviously the list is long gone in some private vault somewhere, well kept. Makes you wonder what they left.
Well, it's like those sci-fi stories where they took DNA from the victim and created a bio object to be able to say that they vaporized the target rather than actually killing them.
What?
In science fiction, so you've got a bounty hunter going after a bounty, and instead of vaporizing the target, they take a DNA sample of it, stick it into some bio goo to transform the DNA into like a melted body part or something. So that way the bounty can escape from the bounty hunter, but the bounty hunter can turn into bio goo as the disintegrated bounty.
So how do they have their evidence if the body's destroyed?
Well, it has the bounty's DNA injected into it.
I don't think Epstein was shot with a phaser.
Yeah.
You have no proof of that, Billy Bob.
They've got a body
You have
double.
no proof that he wasn't shot with a phaser. I'll give you that.
He's on another island. Sure.
He's on an island. And there's a big giant sign that says "Not Epstein's Island."
Not brought to you by the CIA.
Mm. I don't know. It's just it's funny that this ain't going away, guys. I don't think anyone.
No, it's not.
This is Watergate levels of serious.
Like, well, so do they still have his body so they can do
I doubt it.
the teeth?
Years.
Well, did they do what is it, the teeth matching or whatever?
Not any more than they have Hitler's body.
It's been a couple years.
Because I don't know that they showed any evidence that the body was actually his. They just said, "Oh, this is his body."
Well, I think they benefit more for him being dead.
Well,
yeah, I don't believe that he's actually hiding out and alive. Why would anyone want to care to? They can just easily just kill him.
They got
too much extra money to keep him alive.
He's a high-ranking intelligence agent. Are you kidding?
Yeah, take him up.
He gets to work a desk from now on.
Yeah, but he's too much of a liability. His name is known through the main. Everyone knows who Epstein is.
You could change.
I'm just saying.
You could change your name.
Sure, but I'm just gonna go with the assumption he's dead.
Well, if he's dead, why would they show a picture that doesn't match?
Who's observing the actual picture?
For white liberal women. Why do they do anything? White liberal women. The answer's right in front of you. Why are we in this mess? Probably white liberal women.
You've been watching some Asmongold.
I mean,
well, he's not wrong. If you start looking at feminism and the rapid degradation of our society, there is a correlation.
Affluent
Yeah.
white female liberals, aka awfuls.
White liberal women. They need to teach classes about them.
We need to go back to, what was it, the trivium?
They do teach classes called women's studies, and it just it's useless.
True classes.
It's absolutely useless. It's not good for you. I know. I saw some stuff. I still need to watch some videos on that. I don't really get what Trump's play is on that, but I'm waiting to see. Because if he actually is like hiding or not getting rid of the people that are not showing us the shit, then he's just as bad as them.
Well, it's
Yep.
weird. The way Trump's been behaving is like seems it's like opposite day.
Almost out of
White-
character for him.
It's like it's opposite day at the White House. Like he wants to arm Ukraine and go fight Russia, apparently, which is he doesn't care about Epstein all of a sudden when he's the one who was bringing it up before it was fashionable. You know, it's
Yeah.
opposite day.
If
But
he gets
yeah, that's a good point. He brought that up long before it was a hot button. Maybe
Makes
I'm
you
just
wonder what
coping.
makes you wonder what they showed him on the other side. Because
Yeah.
everybody went kind of cold all of a sudden across the board. You know, it's like, oh.
Yeah, Cash
Well, and-
Patel, Dan Bongino, they were all pro. Let's clean this up. Dan Bongino was like,
Yeah.
yeah, I got some information on the inside. He's definitely an intel agent, probably working for this, and that. And now it's
Mhm.
like, oh no, guys, he definitely killed himself. We're not going to release any proof because it's too obvious.
Well, Dan Bongino being surprised that he was being used by some Middle Eastern intelligence agency was a surprise to him. I'm like, really?
Are you talking
What
about
is it?
Well, Dan Bongino was on somebody's show, and he was talking about the fact that somebody at Fox had told him that Epstein was not an agent, but like a source or something for some Middle Eastern intelligence service.
Wasn't it Israel?
Yeah.
They don't
It
want to
wasn't
say
just
it.
some Middle Eastern. It was like specifically Israel.
Yeah.
but people don't want to say that in the
Yeah.
media, Billy Bob.
Oh, it's like he
I
was.
understand.
Hold
It's
on. Do you guys know who Ghislaine Maxwell's father was?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. He
I don't
was-
remember his name, but
did
yeah.
a very long.
Mossad.
He
Yeah,
was a
I did a
high-
long form video on that one.
Yeah?
It's more than that. It's crazier, dog.
Yeah.
He was a high-ranking
wa-
Mossad agent, and he was like a multiple
Oh.
agent as well. Like he
Yeah.
was working for various.
He worked for.
agencies.
This is the crazy thing about these guys. That's it. That's a crazy thing. They focus on like one agency. These guys played them all. They were running around working for everybody in the Western fucking hemisphere. These guys were working for MI6. These guys were out there doing shit for the CIA, FBI. This is how they were around the entire world and everywhere and back again, man.
And
There's
another
no such
interesting
thing as a. There's no such
Another
thing as
interesting
a
detail,
good.
he had the
Go
company
ahead.
that was making like books for schools. Like he was
Oh, yeah.
providing school books throughout America. Like everything people learned
There's
in
more
America.
than that, dog.
Well, that's a lot.
Just
Yeah.
Lane. Just
That's like
Lane.
brainwashing the whole fucking continent if you think about it.
Get this.
It's like I knew he
Dog.
was, involved with Mossad, and it's like, how did Dan Bongino not know? That's-
Ghislaine Mac.
Go ahead.
Steve owns me
We're losing you, James.
that runs
start
the
again.
Amber Alert.
Yeah, we lost you.
Yeah, say
Hey,
again,
my bad.
James. Yeah,
Give me a sec.
we hear you fine now.
Okay. Processing. Okay. So the crazy thing about this is it's like a legacy thing. Ghislaine Maxwell's father was essentially Epstein 1.0, and he worked for just about every Western three-letter agency there was, passing information around, gaining information from them, and then blackmailing people within these organizations across the board. And then they said he died from a heart attack and he fell off his boat, which I believe was named after his daughter, and died at sea. I'm sure no, and then it just happened that he had some, a little bit of a cocktail in him. And then comes Epstein, and it just so happens that Ghislaine Maxwell, the daughter of Epstein 1.0, is in the loop there. And it's not only that, but there's so much connections across the Western world. It's insane. There's no such thing as a good three-letter agency, and they all seem to like each other really a lot, from MI6 to Mossad to CIA and back again. Freaking
sounds like a J.R.R. Tolkien book. From
there you go.
CIA
and
to
back
Mossad and back again.
Right. We'll write it about Epstein and make it sound all fantastical. But Ghislaine Maxwell's sister owns the private company that runs the Amber Alert. There's another fun little fact for you.
They are well into information technology as well. Ghislaine Maxwell was had the highest ranking Reddit account on the news subreddit.
Yeah,
she apparently had a shit ton of Bitcoin as well.
Information was the game for them, bro. That's how they got all this power. They got their fingers all
social engineering of information. They were kind of feeding the whole population their knowledge.
I would say that they were deep globalists. They had deep globalist ties, more of the globalist variety.
I wouldn't disagree with you.
By the way, how do you pronounce her name?
Ghislaine.
Say that again.
Ghislaine.
Ghislaine.
Guzzle.
I always thought it was Ghislaine, but
well, that's how the English pronounce a French name.
She's Ghislaine cum dumpster, right? Is that right? How you pronounce it?
Yeah, I have people in my family have the same name. It's Ghislaine.
Well, you can't blame frequency too much, Frederick. He used to call you Guillemont.
I don't take that personally. I don't take mispronunciation of names personally. I think it's funny. People are always excusing pronunciation, and it always fascinates me because they have no problem being racist against French people, but when it comes time to pronounce the name, that's a hot button. So,
well, that's because one is a joke in general, and a name is a little more personal.
It seems so, yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes you got to get over it. I have an accent, so it's actually kind of hard to pronounce foreign names.
That's why I say it's not really pronunciation; it's dialect. They're in a different country. That's not how they. That's not how they read those words in general. It's just a dialect. You're literally asking them to pronounce. You're asking them to speak French, essentially.
When I go from Shonen Jump type anime names to real Japanese names, I'm like, oh fuck.
Right? It just comes.
How do I say this? I don't know. But I don't know. I don't even give a shit if someone mispronounces the way mine is actually my real name.
Oh, and we got another confirmation from the Macron side in France. So apparently, Brigitte Macron lost in court against journalists that were quote unquote. She accused them of defaming him.
Yeah,
because they said rightly so that Brigitte is Jean-Michel Trogneux.
He is a man.
So born Jean-Michel, and he lost. He lost in court, and because there was a doctor who came out a couple of weeks before that confirming the operations or something, and he jumped off of his balcony.
Wait, he cut off his pecker?
Well, it didn't say which type of operation, but the doctor jumped off of his balcony apparently.
I think I heard about this. So
Yeah.
so what's going on here? I'm very unfamiliar with this.
So-
So we can officially say it's a man. Like there's
Journal-
it's not a
yeah.
conspiracy anymore.
It's not a conspiracy anymore. Candace Owen did her victory lap this week. So
Okay.
basically, James, just to fill you in on the details, 2 journalists were being sued by Brigitte for defamation. They lost in the lower court. They took it to a higher court and they won. So they are released from saying that it's defamation, that he's a man. I'm even hearing, and this is not confirmed, but I'm hearing it's even worse than we think,
Yeah.
that it's actually his father.
What was that? Can you repeat? Broke up a little bit there.
It's his father, is what he's saying.
So Brigitte might even be the father of his husband. So, but
Oh,
I can't
boy.
confirm that yet. But like seeing the way conspiracy theories have been going so far, I'm
Yeah.
gonna fall.
Wait,
gonna-
his father is the father of his husband?
No, Brigitte would be the
Okay.
father of the president, who he's married
Like
to.
incest?
Oh.
Yeah,
What?
Well,
Ew.
I just want to start to point
I
out
guess
this
that's
is
French for you.
and you're gonna find this interesting, James. But
okay.
Brigitte's birthday is exactly the same day of the founding of the MK Ultra project,
Oh, that's
frequencies.
interesting.
which is just a coincidence, guys.
Maybe. Well, it's still a conspiracy. It's not a theory, though.
That's not a
'Cause they-
conspiracy if they literally lost in court and saying it's no longer defamation.
No, it's still a conspiracy because they conspired to keep this a secret. That's what
Yeah,
conspiracy is.
you guys are like the word conspiracy is lost all meaning today.
Like if
Conspiracy-
you're going with like I could be like, Frederick, let's not tell anybody. Let's go watch a movie at the theaters. It's literally us conspiring.
Yes, it doesn't mean making stuff up. That's conspiracy theories, a term by the CIA that they made up to discredit people who didn't believe the official version of John F. Kennedy's death.
Yeah. I know this.
I love.
I know where
that,
the term
and
comes
I love
from.
hearing that.
But yeah,
shit.
but when you say it's a conspiracy, it doesn't mean it's a lie. It means 2 people conspired together.
Yep.
I'm
wondering how many
It's like
people
mixing up
conspired for that
Bitcoin and Ether.
armpit hair.
Thank you.
Also, Frederick,
What?
as you know, I've recently gotten into Bitcoin, and when I did, it was at the perfect time because I dropped down some Bitcoin and then I instantly gained like $300.
Yeah,
You know,
we're at an
Christina-
all-time high. Like we hit $123,000 valuation last night. Then it came
Digital
back down
gold.
to 119 now, I think.
Yeah,
Christina, it wouldn't be a telephone pole, it'd be a bush.
yeah.
A
I'm gonna
hedge.
buy a lot more soon. I don't predict it to go like really hardcore down anytime soon. It's
Well, I know gold is probably not going to go below 3,200 ever again.
But you're evaluating it in a moving currency that's in hyperinflation.
Yeah.
Like it's like having a moving target. It's like measuring your height in inches, and inches would grow each year. The inches would be bigger and bigger. So you'd
Yeah.
get shorter every year just because you're
And people keep saying that gold is going to be 5,000 by the end of the year, and that doesn't surprise me just because of the loss of value of the dollar.
yeah, like eggs might be worth $15 by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Good thing I got chickens.
Yep. I got some good like home what do you call it? So someone gave me like natural chicken eggs last week. I sold a drawing and he gave me like chicken eggs on top of that. Not
okay.
Oh,
he didn't pay
nice.
me in chicken eggs, but he paid me in Bitcoin plus eggs, which is a nice bonus.
That'd be cool.
Nice.
Nah, Frederick is so desperate. He just took the eggs.
It took both.
No. We're just gonna say you took the eggs.
We'll
Right.
work for
Anybody-
eggs.
Pay Frederick for a commission. Just send him eggs. There you go.
Silver is almost at 40.
How about I send you a dozen ostrich eggs?
Yeah, but you know how much you have to pay to get the physical gold, take possession of it, make sure it doesn't get stolen, protect it so a thief doesn't. And you can't even pay anything in gold. You
Yeah.
can't send gold by email. And gold is drowned in paper gold market. It's like it's not even an option anymore.
Same with silver, although silver is probably going to end up getting a breakout soon, simply because there's people demanding the physical, and there's almost no physical left.
Just study Bitcoin, learn Bitcoin, learn what it is. Learn how
I'll
to
be
use it.
honest, I'm with Frederick on this one because I went down like a 2 week like precious metals, gold and silver, freaking rabbit hole, and I came out the other side buying Bitcoin because it's like you got to worry about premiums, you got to worry about sellers and buyers, you got to worry about getting ripped off.
And dude, you can take
so much.
Bitcoin. You can send one Satoshi to someone. That is like a fraction, a minute fraction of a penny. You can't do that with gold. You can't like shave off a piece of gold and send it to somebody over the internet.
Do you accept cash?
Exactly. Gold.
I mean,
Bitcoin is
technically,
peer-to-peer cash. It's electronic cash.
I mean, technically, you can shave off a percentage of gold and ship it.
Probably
Yeah, and
better
it could
to
be
shave
stolen by anyone down the line.
Yeah, but that's their problem.
And like it'll be worth less. Because that was another reason I didn't buy silver, is because I thought, oh, this is really cool silver. You get the coins. It looked like the U.S. mints and the Canadian mints are really accepted and liked. But so you got silver. It's still silver, no matter how long you hold on to it. But silver kind of degrades over time if it gets exposed to too much air. And now you could have perfectly fine silver, but because it's degraded on the outside, it's worth less now because it's got this like aesthetic value it's missing, and that's another thing that
there's so much silver out there as well. So as soon as silver, like if silver were to gain any market value, everyone would start melting their silverware and crash the market. Like, it's not capped.
Well, most silverware isn't silver, but
Bitcoin is capped at 21 million. Yeah. You can't make any new.
So
don't they also burn it as well?
I don't bother to get like silver coins, especially stuff with high premiums. I'm just looking at getting stuff as close to spot as possible. And my bullion dealer sometimes like he'll get crappy coins that people spend a lot of money on, and he will sell them to me at the same price he'll sell a normal silver round to me, because he can't sell it to anybody for any good amount of money. But
I just want a gold coin. That's all I want. Not because of any value or anything. I just want a gold coin.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. And as awesome as Bitcoin is, it does require electrical equipment. There's no way around that.
Yeah, but here's the problem with that. Like,
do you guys not have phones?
Your society falls anyways. It doesn't matter if you got Bitcoin or gold or silver. You're still fucked.
That's why I put the rest of my money into food and bullets.
Yes.
I have a couple of
guns are the true currency of the apocalypse.
Yeah.
And
silver does also have its own intrinsic value, as in it's valuable not just because it's not valuable so far as a rarity, but it is also the best conductor we have on the planet right now.
Yeah, well, it's also military. It has a lot of military use for it.
Yeah, but that doesn't make it money.
But I have a couple of gold rounds that have a Bitcoin symbol on them.
No, you're right, Frederick. I mean, Bitcoin is pretty much pure money. That's what it is.
That's what I love.
There's no doubt. But diversifying is not a bad idea.
Yeah, kind of like that. But is that real gold, or is that just gold colored?
No, that's just a trinket.
Yeah, I'd imagine, because like if that was real gold, like an ounce of gold is like 30 plus G's.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Well, I have like 2 or 3 of those that are actual 1 gold ounce that look like that.
Nice. Those are worth
so
a lot
here's
of
the
money.
thing.
Sell it for Bitcoin.
No, I'm holding on to it.
If you just have a coin, I mean, does it really matter if it's real gold or not? You just want to look at the shiny.
Yeah, there's a novelty. There's a novelty.
Yeah.
Well, you might as well buy comics then.
depending on what you're gonna
Yeah,
use
but
it
can I
for.
get a fake gold, comic?
Yes,
I'm sure you
probably.
can.
Gold and silver have
Like
a
not gold
prettier.
foil edges. I mean, just the entire thing is fake gold. All the drawing and coloring is just gold.
Okay, so like I guess it would look kind of like those. What do they call them? Goldbacks, but like comic book.
Yeah.
Oh well, gold backs are actual gold. You can
Yeah.
melt it down and get the gold out of it.
But I will say this: that goldbacks, like goldbacks, or no. Say if you want to have a nice fake gold pages, might be the way to go because the real gold kind of wears over time.
But yeah, it's really soft metal as well.
Yeah. So get yourself some fake gold.
It'll tear
Which
real
is
easy.
why you keep it in a plastic container.
Yeah, both my coins are in blister packs.
No. I want to read. I want it to be my read version, right? My read copy.
You fold it up, shove it in your back pocket, and go.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's all
my
gold. You're
copies
trying to read, but the
are my
sun's
read
glaring right
copies.
off of it in your eyes.
Oh yeah, I read it out, outside and shit. I try to take a picture of it. Shoots out like a sunbeam at me.
Oh, yeah. So that gold dot in the middle there is actually a $20 gold coin. I think it. I don't remember if it's from the late 1800s or the early 1900s on my
Right.
icon. And then it's surrounded by 20 individual $1 silver coins.
No, that's the
Christina
face
says I have
value, not the
sterling
current
silver jewelry.
metal
Yeah.
value, right?
Yeah, that's the face value.
Said bullet. So what you're saying, Christina, is you've been typing. You want to sell your bullets, and your code word is jewelry, right?
Sterling silver bullets. Yes.
Bullion.
Go hunting
Yeah.
werewolves with that?
I'd keep the bullets, in the silver bullets, if I were you. The way things are going lately.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really want to be like a rich prick, just buy swords with silver. What is it called? Where
Silver-plated?
they coat it over.
Silver plated, I think.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, or coated.
Something like that. It's
silver
where
coated.
it's just the outside is the actual silver, but the
Yeah,
Yeah.
silver plating.
rest is steel. You just do that, Just waste the money every time you swing it.
Chips off silver.
You know what it reminds me of? You remember in Cyberpunk 2077 that Dexter, the big fat black dude?
I don't.
His gun literally costs money to shoot when you shoot it.
Oh,
That's dope.
yeah.
What, to take your ammunition? I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're shooting money bullets.
Yeah, you're shooting the credits out of your wallet.
Yeah.
Literally.
Isn't that every gun, though?
Well, normally you have to go down to the store and buy the bullets with your credits. This just direct withdrawal.
It's gonna be funny. We're gonna have
What if Visa cuts you off? You
You know what's gonna be the future? We're gonna have subscription services for our guns, right?
Oh god.
Sounds
And then
horrible.
DLC.
No.
Fuck, better handling for $19.99.
Then they'll brick your sidearm at the moment you need it most.
You need to pay for the battle pass and get to level 100 to get the don't jam option.
Need more ammunition? Buy Battle Pass. Get monthly rounds delivered directly to your door.
That's how Microsoft gets rid of your 2A.
What was
Gonna-
the
Gonna microtransaction a scope onto that thing and it just materialized there like it was what were the replicators in Star Trek.
That would be funny for a comic book 2A world. where corporate companies all just embrace 2A and start releasing their own guns with subscription services.
I got my subscription to Gunflix.
James, have you watched Viva La Dirt? That channel, I'm pretty sure you've seen them.
Viva La Dirt? I don't think I have. If I have,
The gaming one.
Yeah, they
Or
make
the
like a bunch of
live
skits
action
and stuff.
gaming. Yeah.
They're actually pretty good skits for most.
Yeah, they are.
They did one where like the dude was trying to buy something in the store, like a gaming store, like a PC store, and the dude was like, "No, you can't buy that. you got to, you got to buy the battle pass. And he buys it, and he's like, all right, you got to get to level 40 to get the item that you want.
Right?
What? I just spent money. Yeah, you got to do a bunch of menial tasks, like sweep the floor, clean
You have
the
to make
toilet.
sure you're up to date on your subscription in order to pull the trigger on your gun.
I know they already got that in cars. And did you hear the crazy shit that they're trying to do in grocery stores?
What's
Yeah.
that?
They already have some of it in Lowe's and Kroger stores where essentially they have facial recognition, and then they kind of take your face, find your identity, buy your information, try to find out everything they can about you. And you probably have already seen some of these. They have these digital price tags now that update manually. To find a custom price for every person, try to get a range of how much they can get out of a person. What's the max they're willing to pay for this item, and make that the price when you go pick it up.
Have you guys seen in Minority Report where? Have you seen in Minority Report where you walk in, they scan your retinas, and automatically you're getting all these tailored advertisements from the place?
Yeah.
To be fair with that
That's what
facial
it meant.
that facial stuff on the cameras, that's been around for a very long time. Like if you got
Yeah.
banned at Walmart or anything, you would actually be put into their system, and when you walk in, and if that thing catches you and sees your face, it would automatically call the cops. It's been around for a while. The cameras doing that.
They'll get more nefarious with it.
Well, they always
Prepare
do.
for your custom prices. See, the trick is to get everyone to pay you in Bitcoin so they can't track how much money you specifically have. And then you go to the store dressed like a hobo. So that way it looks like you can pay less money. Someone's going to find a way to jake this thing up so people be paying less.
James is getting the picture
you-
there.
You get the glasses that do the
Bring it
weird
back.
stuff that messes up with the facial recognition stuff.
Yeah, you can get a reflective pair of glasses with a reflective hat.
Yeah,
That
but if
should
they
mess
can't get a
with
read on you, they just ban you. Like they don't let you access until they have your ID.
right? Or you get someone else to buy it for you. Like, hey, homeless guy, go in there, buy me this.
Yeah, but all they'll see for me is like, man, this dude's not active on the internet, and he doesn't he's broke. Like, what the fuck? That's all they'll find out on me.
Yeah, then we'll use you to go buy our stuff.
See, that's the thing. I don't use my real name or anything, so I'm pretty fine. Yeah.
Rusty Shackelford.
They still have a file on you if you don't use your real name. They keep track your IP, and they can find out who you really are.
It's terrible what they do.
I'm not going to say it, but I'll tell you something else. It still wouldn't work.
Good.
Even if they do that, Frederick, they wouldn't be seeing the right address.
You
seeing something different.
Well, it's good
Then
to.
again, so I just I don't care.
It's good not to give them any information if you can.
Just until Saudi Arabia eventually builds Bitcointopia.
Here's how I go through life. Everyone's already stolen all of my information, so I don't care.
Right?
It's the truth. Like, you know what? These companies probably already sold my shit. I mean, fuck, everyone's social security number in America is already out there.
Not caring is not a good place to be because you're just going to let them create a prison around you regardless.
They're touching your nuts, Billy Bob, and you're letting them touch your nuts.
Stop letting them touch your nuts.
Nah.
There you go. Listen to the otter.
The otter is wise. He shall tell you many things.
How you doing?
Here's what they'll just find out I'm a very boring person, Frederick. That's all.
No man.
They'll be like, oh my God.
I mean, like, he's a nerd.
He doesn't do anything. What's going on?
You know, be a
How's
funny
everybody
experiment.
going tonight?
Well, would be a funny experiment is getting a new phone, right? Putting a VPN and connecting it into like another state and create a completely new person online through that phone.
It's like a burner phone.
Dude, when I had my
Burner
iPhone, I
identity.
never updated it. When I had my iPhone, I like refused to do the update.
A brand
That
new
one.
player has entered.
You get burner identities, and that way when you travel, it's not you traveling, but your burner identity. You take that phone with you.
Like, I don't even I don't even trust the fucking when it wants you to do like voice or facial recognition or the fingerprint one.
Oh, I hate
not
that
giving
shit,
my-
dude.
I'm not
Yeah,
giving my
don't ever do
server my
that.
fucking fingerprint. What the fuck? That ain't
Not
happening.
only that, but like you don't have a right to your biometrics. So like the government could just steal that shit off of you.
Yeah,
Also
and the
why
thing
I
is,
don't
I worked for a job where like they gave me a laptop and it's like, yeah, you can sign in with your thumb. I'm like, no way, I'm giving that. Everyone goes silent, and they're like,
Already
It's-
did it.
everyone's already done it, and it's like, you gotta just act like everybody else, or else you're just gonna get squeezed out of the company, you know.
You
and I'll
gotta
be like, all right,
conform.
adios.
Sir, your nuts are too large.
That's when no, Frederick. That's when you realize it. You got to just start going on a rant about the government stealing all your shit and everything.
There you go.
Looking through your search history.
Well, that depends if you want to keep your job or not, you know.
That's true, but you know, I think I'd rather lose the job than let them have my fingerprint.
Well, sometimes it's your dream job, and it's like,
Well, it's not a dream job if I have to give my fingerprint. You know.
well, what if it's your dream job and then they come and ask you to take your fingerprints?
Well, see, they're asking, not telling me, and I say, all right, no.
That situation does happen to people.
Yeah, it does. But
More and more, actually.
see, I wouldn't let them put
Well,
the probe up me either if they asked.
It's
my
like
dream
the
job?
password sign-up sheet. You know, everybody puts their password on the password sign-up sheet.
What's the
what?
password sign-up sheet? I've never heard of that.
Oh, it's where everybody puts their password on a piece of paper, so that way, you know, if you have to get into somebody else's computer, you can get into their computer.
Oh,
It
you
sounds
work
like
at,
a
If they're gone
security
for the day or
risk.
something. Yeah,
sounds like
not
you
a
work.
security risk at all.
It sounds like you work in a bank, Raven.
That's a security risk, dude.
Yeah.
That
You're not
sounds.
supposed to write your password down.
You know, if you're working in a bank, I had more security at the fucking bread
Also, hail,
factory.
Christina.
Just like you know.
Yeah, no. One of my previous jobs, we had somebody decide that that was a brilliant idea, and they started going around to try to collect passwords, and almost the entire IT department was like, "Are you freaking nuts? That's a security issue. There's no way any of us can give you our password, and if you need it because somebody left the company, you just attach a hard drive to a different computer and access it that way." Because at that time we didn't have encrypted hard drives.
The thing is, convenience is the opposite of security.
Yep.
Plus, I wouldn't trust anyone having access to my fucking workstation because if you fuck up on mine,
Yeah.
that
The
reflects on
entire
me and I
IT,
get blamed.
the entire
That shit
IT
happened to me at a
department
fucking dollar store, by the way.
rebelled.
That bitch stole money and I got blamed for it
Oh my god.
Mm.
because of my fucking register and shit.
But yeah,
Fuck
I,
that. Don't ever trust anybody. Don't trust
I
any work.
hated it whenever there were shared registers on a job.
Dude, it happened to me. I was this was a long time ago. When I was working at dollar store, I ended up having they put me at another one that was getting more hours and stuff. So I went to the other one in a different town. Ended up with working with the chick there, and then like a couple days later, like, oh, there was this missing money and stuff. And they looked on the cameras, and I was like, yeah, it wasn't me. It was the fucking chick who was counting money back there, where there's no camera. So I'm like, wasn't me. So I'm pretty sure that shit chick fucking stole shit, and then I get blamed for it. happened to me. Fuck that. I always have the rule of first of all, never get too friendly with people at work. They're not your friends. They're just acquaintances. Never get personal. Also, the Lord Squatter.
Squeak.
What's up, Otter?
Hello,
You've got
hello.
a new player in your campaign.
Yes, and I think the other day it went quite well, if I do say so myself.
That guy is hilarious.
Yeah, I had a feeling you guys would like Theo.
Oh, don't worry. We'll get to our more depraved parts in the campaign later. You got a little taste, but you didn't get the full taste. Huh?
I was kind of curious to see how well the game and the group would suit him, and yeah, from what I've seen, it suited him quite well.
Can you believe our nemesis came back and demanded the Epstein files?
Yeah, really.
Oh, okay. So a little bit of context. Before the session before we joined, we had like a side quest of fighting El Homo, which is Elmo's world. And we were finishing up that quest when he was watching. That was his introduction to Otter's campaign. Was us fighting the Muppets. When Otter was like, "Oh, this is a sword and sorcery fantasy world."
I was telling him it was inspired by like Conan and Diablo and like
And
Elden
Sesame
Ring, and then
Street.
all of a
And then-
sudden it's just like Sesame Street and the
Yeah, he
Muppets.
comes in on a gag campaign.
We also bullied the shit out of the dragon that was there.
Y'all got a
Party has
ton of
come a
gold
long
too.
way, people. A long way.
Yeah, remember that time when you all got royally destroyed by a fucking bird?
I had the
Yeah.
Good
They
times.
fucking
Good
one
times.
shot at me in that fight because it was a crit. I was like, oh, because I think we were level 2 or 3.
Yeah,
And
I think you all were like, you all were low. I think you all were level 2.
Yeah, it was level
I think
2.
so.
It was either one. We were really low level. We had barely any health.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you all are like two-shotting like lesser dragons now or whatever. Just
Yeah.
another day.
Yeah, I was a little bummed when he went right at him like that because I wasn't sure if he was bad or not. Now I'm thinking that may have been the wrong decision.
No, actually, I think the dragon was definitely bad. I mean, he was in a world where the bandit took over and was wearing El Homo's skin. And he
You
was,
want
like,
me to tell
guarding
you?
treasure.
Yes, please.
He was actually chaotic good, but he was actually fairly. He was actually his only loyalty was to El Homo. Like he was going to guard that treasure regardless.
See
He
you
was
later,
just slightly
Christina.
nice about it.
Yeah. See you later, Christina. I know
Good
the
night,
reason why I
Christy.
didn't like care was because I was like, yeah, but you're also like helping the dude torture puppets, these other sentient beings.
Not helping, just being complacent.
Yeah, but he's watching over it and stuff, and he's fine with it. I mean, it's not
Yeah,
really good character,
You should
morality.
include a shadow dragon.
Like it'd been different if he like ate El Homo and he just wanted to hoard the gold and that was it, right? That's not what he was doing.
You should have hoarded Bitcoin instead.
Also, have you guys been seeing Bitcoin skyrocketing lately?
Yep.
Oh yeah, you missed the conference.
$123,000.
earlier.
Oh, yeah. Me
Just
A new
shot up
all-time high.
20K like that.
I have a lot of things that just went through the roof today.
That usually means U.S. dollar took major hit.
Yeah, that's the other side of the coin. Is it's the dollar is actually crashing, but you don't feel it because things don't get repriced for a little while. Except for the hard assets, they go first.
Yo.
I'll be right back.
Gold, silver, crypto, everything's going up. Stocks are
To be
kind of
honest, you
weird.
don't want the dollar to crash. It's not a good thing either.
Yeah. I made $40 off of 2 different stocks last week. Because
I'm
I
more of an
Mind it was, what was it? China, Saudi Arabia, and Russia, who were trying to throw off the dollar as the
oh,
what
the
was it
BRICS.
called? Huh?
BRICS. Yeah, Brazil, Russia.
It was Saudi Arabia.
BRICS. Brazil, Russia, India, China, and whoever S is, maybe Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, it was Saudi Arabia.
But yeah, BRICS. So BRICS, BRICS.
Yeah, as far as the dollar goes, the only thing I'm really an advocate for is for the US dollar to be backed by Bitcoin.
Well, the reason why I'm saying that is that's kind of the reason why America's on top. And I don't think you want China on top at all. Like
Nope.
if we get thrown off of the what is it called? It's the American dollar is the standard or whatever it is.
Well, they're trying to crash the dollar enough to make American-made goods cheap so they can sell it on the world market. And so you know if it's one of those things that where they keep increasing the minimum wage to be ridiculous amounts of money, like what is it, $30 now in California or something? It's like, why don't you just make the minimum wage $100 or 1,000 or 1,000,000, and then we just all have $1 million in our bank because it's worthless, and then everything is just you go to the store and the eggs are $1,000,000.
Well, that's got to do with leftists who think you don't understand economics.
Yeah.
Every time I hear them say the cost minimum wage is going up, I cringe. And I'm at minimum wage. I do not like it.
Well,
'Cause that means
minimum-
everything else at the grocery store goes up.
Well,
Yeah.
that's,
It
'cause
means
it has to do with
artificial
compensation.
inflation.
minimum wage is literally $0.
You think our money's going to end up like what happened with Japan? That's why they're fucking their yen, right?
Um,
I was
don't
more
know
worried
about-
about becoming like Venezuela.
Yeah, Venezuela, the lira in Turkey, I think, and Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is on what,
Japanese-
its third?
Yeah, but the Japanese yen basically they just keep the fucking heavily inflated numbers. That's just normal. That's why like 100,000 is what, like $10, something
Well,
like that.
it's pennies. So instead of talking about dollars, it's pennies. So that's why everything is like $100,000 or whatever. It's because they don't have cents. They don't have like a fractional portion of that. You just start at a base of 1. Rather
Yeah,
than
if I remember
a
correctly,
penny.
it was and during the 80s as they had Otter, do you remember what I'm talking about? It's where Japan like fucking their currency and shit.
Maybe not their currency specifically. I think I know what you're talking about.
I forgot. It's something where I think technically their shit like inflated so much that by that value or their original value would have been able to buy like the entire United States or some shit land. I don't know. I have to remember. James might know what I'm talking about. To be fair,
What was that? Sorry, I wasn't listening.
it was in the 1980s. It was something to do with Japan's currency. That's why their currency is the amount is the way it, or the amount it's shown is the way it is now.
I don't know much about Japan, unfortunately.
Instead of $20, it's 2,000 yen.
Gotcha. It's probably because they're gay.
I have to relook it up. What it was, I remember hearing about it. Also, Otter, I'll tell you which part is where that Easter egg is.
In Yu Yu Hakusho. Oh no, your video.
Yeah.
See,
during the good section, it has to do with a certain body part.
Okay.
and it has to do with two people that I have. I have in the video transparent that you can kind of see them.
All right, this will be interesting.
America ended up starting with fractional currency, and as compared to like Britain and Rome and stuff, who did everything in halves. So you take your one coin, and the next coin down is worth half of that, half of the larger, and then the next one down is worth half of the
Yeah, but
previous.
if you get into like gold, silver, and what was it, copper coins and shit, there was like 3 different versions of each one, anyways, of like your gold coin and the value that they had. Also, you had to be very careful because a lot of times they did shaving. That's why they had to inspect the coins and shit where people were shaving it.
Everybody had to weigh them,
Yeah, because that was a big problem that
Yeah.
was going on with Rome, right?
which is why they got the
That's what
notches in
led-
the edge of the coins
Yeah.
now.
That's what
Well, but-
actually, it wasn't like fucking barbarians at the door that fell Rome. It was fucking inflation.
Yeah. It's actually biblical to weigh the coins because it talks about correctly weighed coins and such, and so it's like give them the correct weight, not the number of coins.
You bring a was it a sleeve of quarters to the bank, and they're going to put it on a scale before they accept it. Or actually, now they probably just crack them open and run them through a machine, don't they?
Depends.
At a bank, yeah, they have a
They have a
Yeah.
machine for it.
coin counter.
My local credit union actually just took the whole roll and just accepted it as it was. I was like, really? You're not going to run it through a coin machine?
They'll
They
run
didn't even
like
weigh
Bad
it?
practice.
That's why, but they'll have you write your name and your number and address on it. So when they do count it, if there's a discrepancy in the amount, you'll get caught up on that.
Yeah, that's probably what they did. Well, it was just attached to my account, so
I'm
don't
going
know
to
if
be
they wrote
honest with
anything on
you. I bought 2 packs of cigarettes with nothing but pennies before at the store I go to. I just showed up with a big thing. I was like, here we go. Look, I got
Best
it
they
all.
like to you.
I did do that. That was funny. That was like $10 in pennies that I had all wrapped up.
Yeah, I broke open a $10 roll of quarters and went through them, and not a single silver quarter.
I've done that before, Billy, but they were a lot less at that time. It was like under $5.
It was like I think it was around $5 or something, 4 or 5. But this is when I was like super broke and all I had was like a giant collection of pennies. Like, all right, here we go. Let me go through and count it. Oh god. All right, 10 pennies, 10 pennies, 10 pennies, 10 pennies, 10 pennies. All right, there's $1. And then you do it with nickels and dimes and quarters. It's always fun doing it. And then you look at your pennies, the really old pennies, and you're like, these are really disgusting looking.
Oh, there is a coin app for the phone that you can use to take a picture of coins and find out if they're worth anything.
I'm not a coin collector.
Yeah, but every
I don't
once in a
even-
while you find a nice, rare coin you stumble across.
Yeah.
I'll bet you'll keep it.
Well, one of the things that apparently has recently happened is the what are they called? The silver proof sets are getting circulated because people don't realize that they're silver and they need money, so they crack open the proof set to go spend their quarters.
Like I didn't even save any of my $2 bills. I used them. Not gonna lie.
Well,
Most
you can still
$2
get-
bills are not really worth more than $2.
They're not.
Yeah.
But they're a novelty.
You can go and get $2. Well, I went and got a whole bunch of $2 from the credit union because they're still in circulation.
Yeah, I guess there's that. You know,
Yeah,
one
but
day
didn't
bill
they
will go up to-
discontinue from making them now? printing a certain amount every year? They just stopped doing it now.
That I don't know, but they're still available. But the bigger thing is the silver quarters that people are breaking out from the proof sets, because those are actually 3/9 fine silver in some cases.
The junk silver.
No, so junk silver would be 90%. Now there are some of those, but people have been not realizing that the proof sets are actual 3/9 fine, like 99.9% silver,
Mhm.
and they just pull them out and think they're a quarter and go and spend them like a quarter.
Yeah.
How
And
would you
and
think
the,
they're a
the
quarter?
99.9% ones are worth even more. So they're not worth like $6 or something. They're worth, I think, closer to
Yeah.
10 or something. And that's if they don't have any collectible value. That's if it's just the junk or just the silver value.
I don't know. I just piss people off by handing them the little tiny like miniature coins. I forgot what currency they equate to.
I miss when Susan B. Anthony's were abundant.
No one wanted the Susan B. Anthony.
Some of them are
I love
actually worth a bit
plunking those
now.
things down on the counter.
Yeah, I like the Sacagaweas because they're just gold colored.
Don't even have the dollar coins anymore. Do they still do those?
The Sacagawea. Let's see. I'm not sure if they're still Sacagawea, but I know that they had them. That they may even still be making them, but they may be in small quantities. But like nobody wants them, and so supposedly nobody wants them, and so that they're not very popular. They're not used very much.
What, the dollar coins?
Yeah, the dollar coins.
I would take
I thought
them
they always
instead.
just did those in small quantities around the year.
Yeah. The interesting thing though is that I recently picked up two UK 2-pound coins. My niece and brother-in-law had asked if I knew anything about them, and I was like, I have no clue.
Yeah, but then you weighed it and you're like, this isn't 2 pounds.
Huh. But
Womp womp.
the specific ones that they were asking about, I think, was the first year of these new breed of 2-pound coins. But the particular one that I got is like a science and technology one or something, and it says something about along the ridge of the coin. It says something like standing on the shoulders of giants. I was like, oh, cool. And then I actually found a couple at the local coin store, and they sold them to me for $1 each. And the I think UK 2 pounds is worth close to $3, or at least that's what they usually sell them for on eBay. So I got a steal.
Now you got me
Yeah.
thinking, and you guys would be the right one to run this by because you're much better with the knowledge of currency than I am. But in a sci-fi setting, if I want to set up how world currency works, maybe they would have something similar to a Bitcoin, but then they would have these clear little physical coins that are they're just like blank, but they could load their currency onto that, and then
So you mean a credit
the
chip?
amount shows up on the face, and they could pass it back and forth as physical currency.
So you mean the credit chip?
Yeah, Star Wars uses credit chips. But then Star Trek has the what is it? Gold pressed platinum.
Those exist in real life as well. Like you had what was called Caduceus coins. One was gifted to Donald Trump, in fact. So you'd have physical coins which would have wrapped up seeds in them. So seed is just like the words that give you access to the Bitcoin wallet.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be a folded up piece of paper inside the coin, and you could just hand it. Of course, if you break open the coin and retrieve the value, the actual physical coin doesn't have any of the value. It's what it contains inside.
So keep in mind, only like the Ferengi use gold pressed platinum.
Yeah, but
gives
one
it
of
out
the
to soldiers in outer worlds.
one of the current day things that you could look at to get an idea as to what it might be like is the goldbacks would be something similar to the more flimsy version of the gold press latinum.
Well, hold up. Not flimsy, because in the gold is
Well,
the latinum, which is the actual veil.
they've got the bars, but then they've also got the slips or whatever.
It's broken down into like 3 different ones. You got
And the
I
slips
need to
are
look it up,
flimsy.
but it's like gold. You got the gold bars, the big giant brick ones, then the bars, then the latinums, then the strips, and then there's
Yeah,
one
because
other one.
like the strips or maybe it's a smaller one is kind of flimsy, isn't it? And that's what I was thinking about. Is the goldback
Well, I
kind
mean,
of like that?
that's a TV show prop, you know.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's supposed to simulate like an actual the gold, but inside the gold is useless, but the inside is the
Like the gold was
liquid.
the only kind of metal that could hold whatever the stuff
Well,
was.
it's liquid.
Yeah,
The latinum shit is liquid
yeah.
because I forgot what's his name, Mort from DS9. He fucking drank it all into his stomach to hide it. Anyways, nerd.
Hey, you Fu Man Blue.
What's up, Foo?
Fu
As soon
Man
as you
Blue
start
and
talking
howdy
about
do.
Star Trek, the stream is dead.
I'll talk more about Star Trek, man.
I'm for it.
After
I'm a
I go
Star
smoke.
Trek. I'm like Star Trek. Let's do it.
All right, I'm gonna beam out of here. I'll catch you guys later.
All right, I'm gonna go smoke. I'll be right back.
Yep, more and drink it.
Well, I actually have to go upload a video. Might join you guys afterwards. Take it easy.
Alrighty. You have a good night, man.
Yep, have a good night.
God bless James.
I got into writing a particular scene from the campaign that I'm writing a story about, and I'm like, this just seems ridiculously too easy. And then I remembered why it was so easy for us. We had scouted the crap out of the place, and then our priest actually did a bunch of divination stuff and figured out the exact specific time to go. And whenever he figured out this exact specific time to go, and we went, we wiped the floor.
That your priest did a divination?
Yeah, so we had a cleric priest as part of the party, and he followed the god of magic.
Oh! I thought you meant your priest at church did a divination
Oh
and you
no, no,
you bought. I was so
no, in the
confused.
party.
Okay.
Yeah, in the adventuring party. And so the adventuring party like ended up going into this keep, and we caught all of the guards off guard because it was like shift change or whatever, and so they weren't ready for us. And so like the higher level characters that were part of the thing were like that were supposed to be the big bads for that particular level were like there's a 30% chance that they would be asleep, and because of the divination and stuff, we actually caught it at the right time where they were all asleep. And it wasn't until we got underground and ran into the big bad boss that we had a hard time, because we destroyed all of his dead, and then he was able to recast animate dead to reanimate all the undead that we had just killed.
Yeah.
Because normally that would be too many undead for him to animate, but he had a special amulet that allowed him to animate twice the amount that he normally could. And so we had to refight all of the undead again, and then we had to fight him, and he just we almost got slaughtered.
But did you have to fight Elmo?
No, luckily we did not.
Not even imposter Elmo?
Nope.
And what are you doing?
I don't know. When did Elmo even become a thing?
He wasn't there, I don't think, when I was a kid watching Sesame
Yeah.
Street.
Like late 90s or early 2000s or something?
I don't know. All I know is when he popped up, first time I saw him, it was that Tickle Me Elmo commercial, and
Yeah.
I was just like instantly annoyed by him, and I've never liked him since.
But yeah, that was the thing, is that the campaign that I'm writing about happened in the late 90s. So I don't even think we knew who or what Elmo even was then.
I still will stand by the fact that my favorite part of running that session was being able to have like some creepy rogue in like the corner of the bathhouse just whispered to one of the players, "Elmo loves you."
Yeah, Morn. Morn. The entire gag throughout all DS9 is that he's like a talkative person, never says a single line of dialogue in the entire show.
Yeah.
But,
The
he's a
Lord
great
Squatter
mule
is
for
playing
Latin,
Squatters' Rights Are Us. That's what
He's a
playing.
great listener.
and he's
Wait,
a great
Squatters'
mule
rights
for
are
liquid
us.
Latin.
Say it again, Otter.
Squatters' rights are us,
Mm-hmm.
of course.
What are you playing?
Legacy of Kain's Soul Reaver.
There you go, Fu Man. Legacy of Kain's Soul Reaver. There's what you got.
I'm trying to think how I can get across there.
Jump.
Can
I
you do a
can't.
haste or speed run?
So I can't really do that. I can shoot. I have an ability to phase through thin walls, and I can also climb at the moment.
Otter, have you thought about jumping?
Yes, but
It's
he
too
can't.
far.
Nah, it'll be fine.
He can't latch on.
Oh, also, evidently on StreamYards, I think the free version can't use clips anymore.
Which is
Seriously?
really stupid.
Because when I tried playing it during our CNC thing, it was saying, "Oh, you got to talk to the owner about upgrading the plan." I'm like, "What?"
That is so disappointing.
Man, they're just making it.
Is there like a
worse.
lever or something that might reconnect that? Like what's
I
on the
don't
ceiling?
know.
What's on the ceiling?
That is a good question. Let's see.
Well, I think it's about time for us to start wrapping this up. Otter, why don't you start us out?
Well, if you want to check out what I do, I have my first book, The Curse of the Star Raids, a fun pulp swords and sorcery adventure. I am doing the last minute edits for book 2. I am currently within the Control F and look up thesaurus.com phase of the live. So not too far away, honestly, from doing that. But yeah, if you want to check out what I do, I also am getting into streaming more often than not. I've been streaming a lot with Umbrella Cat on Fridays. We've been doing some Fear and Hunger and some Baldur's Gate 3s.
Your mic fucked up incredibly bad during that.
Did it?
Mm-hmm.
Where did it fuck up?
The last couple sentences.
We're also getting back into streaming again. I've been streaming with Umbrella Cat, where we've been playing some Fear and Hunger and some Baldur's Gate 3, so be sure to check us out there.
Nice. Raven.
Yeah, I am actually almost done with The Revenant and the Cult, Herman P. Hunter's book. It's been a good read, and I'm looking forward to the next book.
Also, where'd that dirty Frenchman go?
That's a good question. When he said he had to go, I thought he was like being sarcastic, right? Like as a joke. And then I look up and he's not there. I'm like, oh, he was serious.
Oh wow.
Anyways, frequency.
Yeah, you find my stuff on Amazon. Got Haley Star Bad Kitty and Bad Kitty Haley's World. I am working on book 3 right now. And you can also catch a short story over on Substack under Frequency Studios. And Follow me on all the social medias under Frequency Stu. Most of them. I'm not on Facebook. I am on Twitter. I am on Blue Sky. I am on Minds. I am on Truth. I mean, I have accounts there. I'm never really on them, but I will check them every couple of months or so. So, you can find me there. And most of us should be on tomorrow night with Frederick Gemo and on Proof of Comics. Billy, do we know who the guest is tomorrow, or if there is one?
I don't remember. I don't remember who it is.
Sounds good to me. Tune in tomorrow night as we speak with I can't remember. That sounds like what we do. Anyway,
Well, do
thank
you know
you,
I
everyone.
am? I can't remember.
I think, hold on, let me look. I might be able to find it. Who the fuck it was. He told me. Here, I'm gonna look. Let me go through DMs.
You can do it. Searching. Can
Buffering.
he find it?
Zach from Blue Shack Comics.
Zach from Blue Shack Comics. All right, so tune in tomorrow night on Frederick's channel, Frederick Gemo, and check out what's going on with Zach. If you enjoyed this presentation, hit the like. If you didn't, we appreciate you stopping by. We'll see you next time, and God bless.
Couple.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go.
Jewish space laser.
There it is. Good night, everybody.
Come on.